Team is still shafting me, guys. I did 2 multis and I get 1 SSR and I'm happy. I'm like, damn, finally some luck. We can finally one-tap a character and I get a Harran. A Harran of Banner instead of the new Mommy Emma. So, minus 200 gold tickets. Don't do as I do as I say. Save your tickets, do not ticket non-limited characters, alright? Don't be like me, don't be a bosom. Save your games, save your tickets, don't be a gambling addict. That said, let's talk a little bit about the first impressions for Emma and what's going on with her. I'm gonna be 100% honest, these first impressions are mostly gonna be useless. This is a character that, just like Blanc, we cannot rate until we get her counterpart, aka Eunhwa. We can talk about how she feels as a standalone support, as a B1 20-second cooldown, and how, even without half her kit, she's actually providing great support for characters like Rapid Red Hood. And even as a standalone B1, I doubt you will see her on raid, standalone B1, but she could work because she's a nice burst and a nice skill too. That's it, let's talk a little bit about this before we start. Hello there, welcome back to Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. Today's topic, Mommy Emma. She looks so good, bro. I got lucky with her rolls, lucky. We got 1 attack, 1 ammo, we got 1 attack right there, we got another attack LA, and then we got another attack LA. So 4 attack, 2 LA, 1 ammo. 2 LA or 1 ammo? Yeah, 2 LA, 1 ammo. I will reroll to get a couple more max ammo, most likely, because it's important. I don't care about the elemental on her. Her own personal damage is also actually pretty decent. That's it, let's talk a little bit about what's going on with her. And again, like I was saying earlier, we'll have to wait for Eunhwa to properly put her on the tier list. I am not gonna be making neither an updated tier list video this time. I'm gonna be waiting for Eunhwa, nor one of the infographics I usually post, because again, it's not worth it. When they drop Eunhwa, then we will update the tier list and we will be adding a new tier as well, so we can revamp a little bit everything going on in here. That said, let's jump directly into what's going on with her. Her kit is an interesting one because without Eunhwa, she loses half her kit. Half her kit, if not more. So let's start with skill 1, right? Skill 1, it's a buff that has an interval of 30 seconds, while the buffs themselves are only 10 seconds. The only way to make this, instead of 30-second rotation, a 10-second rotation, is with Eunhwa. Meaning already these buffs are kinda useless because it's like a third of the time uptime, right? It's gonna be really, really bad. This is giving damage taken and constantly HP recover. If you can keep this 100% uptime, the HP recovery is really good, and also the damage taken is fantastic. The problem is that without Eunhwa, this skill is not even worth leveling up. You should be giving this a level 1. Even with Eunhwa, the percentages that you get at level 4 are already good enough. I don't think you need to be leveling up a skill 1 more than level 4, I'm gonna be honest. Of course, if you want to min-max, you could be going for 777, but in my opinion, a 477 is the way to go. So a skill 1, not only it only works 10 seconds and then you have a 30-second interval, but also you're constantly taunting all enemies on the screen, which this only procs when the enemy appears, but still, this is going to be annoying because since she does not have enough sustain without having this 100% uptime, most likely she will kill herself depending on the boss. We were testing, for example, on Indivilia, and she does tank pretty well and she buffs the characters nicely, but of course she ends up dying without a lot of investment. So that's her skill 1. Her skill 2 doesn't improve that much because you get LT formation, which is a nice buff for everyone in the team, crit damage only for the characters in the same squad, 20%, and then the only thing you would be getting for example, Rapid Red Hood is projectile explosion damage increased by 2% continuously. That's the only thing you're getting with this character outside of the 10-second buffs. Because skill 2, the rest does not work unless you have AS formation, which is from Eunhwa. Meaning all of this is useless. All of this right here does not exist. So once again, another skill that is pretty much useless, right? This is a level 7 skill when we get Eunhwa. And then lastly, her burst. Her burst is actually pretty decent. We're talking about a battlefield formation, increasing attack for everyone in the team by 34% at level 7. It's like a close to 40% at level 10. I do not think it's worth going to level 10 just for like a 6% increase. And she is also doing this based on caster's attack, which is nice. Which means, you know, CP padding, which means the doll, which means dupes are gonna be important for this. And she is also giving damage taken multiplier in scale by 100%, which is from the skill 1, which doesn't really matter if you don't have this up when you burst, right? It doesn't really matter. And then also increases the HP potency restored by 25%, same thing on here. So half of her burst is also gone unless you can maintain this 100%. It's more than half her kit. Without Eunhwa, she literally is giving you projectile explosion damage and attack for 10 seconds of burst. She is giving you the damage taken and the HP recovery, but it's only 10 seconds every 30 seconds. That's it, nothing else. Everything else is locked behind having Eunhwa. That's what I was saying, that it's just not worth testing. It's just not worth making an outdated tier list for a character that has the same situation as Blanc. Blanc is a really good character when we can put her with another bunny, be it Rogue or be it Norm. The only bunny that works on her own and is great is Rogue. Nor works on her own, but it's an underwhelming character just by herself. So Emma and Eunhwa are gonna be the same situation as Blanc and Nor. We will see if Eunhwa is good enough on her own, but for now, not looking that great. Now, another thing that surprised me that is pretty good is her personal damage. Even as a support character, considering she is buffing herself quite a lot with this 40 or 34% attack, and anytime you can actually get the skill one, she is doing pretty good damage. She's not doing bad when it comes to personal damage. She's doing 1 bill, 1.5 depending on the battle, which is fantastic for a support B1 again. So in that regard, also really good. When it comes to the cubes, sadly, I don't have enough max ammo, so I have to run Resilience instead of Bastion. But Bastion is gonna be the cube you wanna be running, of course. Now, her heals are based on final max HP. So if you get enough max ammo and you are running Grown for fast reload compositions, you could be running instead Vigor, or you could be running the healing cube as well, but I just don't think it's gonna be worth on a machine gun. On a machine gun that has also decent damage, right? Why would you be doing that when you can just go directly and use it as a sub DPS / support? So, Sefhi, would you pull for Emma right now? Fuck no. No. She looks like she has a lot of potential with Eunhwa, but right now, why the fuck would you pull for a character that without Eunhwa is useless, or more than useless, is like a T2, T3 character, right? Why would you be pulling for a character like that until next week, and then maybe she's good next week, right? I will say just wait until we get all 3 characters even, not just Eunhwa. Wait until we also get Bestie, see how good they are together, see if we can just mix and match what we need on those teams, and then decide who you want to pull for. Nikke is in a position right now where you only pull for limited characters, if you care about them, and you only pull for your waifus. I think anything else is a skip. There is too many banners, not enough resources. We know this, okay? So you have to pick and choose what banners you want to be going on. Don't be like me. Completing the Pokédex, okay, if you're free to play, I think it's not a good objective, and I think it's only gonna be making you burn out way faster. So don't do as I do as I say. That said, that's gonna be it for this first impression video. Do let me know if you guys did end up pulling, how were your pulls, and how you're feeling about Emma without Eunhwa. And of course, we're gonna be live later, link in the description down below. As usual, love you bastard, good luck with your pull generates, and I'll see you in the next one.